We all know that SmackDown is tomorrow, so why not give you the full spoilers of tomorrow's shows? So here we go. AJ Styles, Luke Gallows, and Carl Anderson come out first to open SmackDown. They cut a promo on Cena winning the Money in the Bank briefcase until they were interrupted by Enzo Amore and Big Cass. Just after Enzo Amore and Big Cass made their entrance, Gallows took the mic and made fun of Enzo for being a former manager of Hooters, and afterwards they set up for a match. The first match of tonight was Gallows and Anderson versus Enzo and Big Cass. Unfortunately, this match ended pretty quick because the New Day were on commentary for this one. But the match was ruled as no contest, no disqualification. When the New Day and the Van Villains both got involved in the match, all four teams brawled to end the segment. So it wasn't really a match. I mean, it was kind of like they did normal wrestling moves. Then suddenly we saw that both the New Day and the Van Villains jump in to take on each team. So it's gonna be interesting to see how this feud is set to be in the Money in the Bank. Now after that match, we had the first commercial of the show. After the commercial, we saw that Rusev cut a promo in the backstage, and he actually saying that he is the greatest talent ever and he's even better than Muhammad Ali. This led to Titus O'Neil interrupting and challenging Rusev to a match at Money in the Bank. So it's gonna be interesting to see if Titus O'Neil will actually capture the title at Money in the Bank. I want Titus O'Neil to take the US title away from Rusev, because I think that Titus O'Neil deserves a title, because he is that that good basically. But anyway, after that we saw Kevin Owens and Alberto Del Rio versus Cesaro and Sami Zayn. Kevin Owens and Alberto Del Rio defeated Cesaro and Sami Zayn. Zayn and Owens actually fought backstage some part of the match, which was kind of cool to see. And also when Owens came back to the ring, he attacked his partner and pinned Cesaro for the win. And this match was crazy. I mean, there was a long time where we have seen a backstage match taking place backstage, because I haven't seen this a long time, and that's why Kevin Owens is so fantastic good wrestler, because every time Kevin Owens has a match, it is, in my opinion, a very, very good wrestling match. And both Kevin Owens, Cesaro and Sami Zayn are good wrestlers. Alberto Del Rio on the other hand, I mean, he's okay, he's decent, but if you compare Kevin Owens, Cesaro and Sami Zayn, they are much better. But this match was cool. So after that match, we saw Becky Lynch versus Dana Brooke. Becky Lynch actually defeated Dana Brooke. Becky won by submission with the disarm her. Nothing special here. So it looks like Becky Lynch might face Dana Brooke at Money in the Bank, or she could possibly face Emma. I'm not sure yet, so it's gonna be interesting to see how this storyline could. But anyway, after the Divas match, or women's match, sorry guys, we saw another make a daring young great again segment with Bob Backlund, and this time Bob Backlund tells Darren Young to save his money by only wearing one set of clothes and underwear. And can you guys help me with this? What the fuck is WWE doing with Darren Young? They have him and Bob Backlund making crazy or kind of stupid segment where Bob Backlund tells Darren Young how to do and how he should do some stuff like that, and it's not funny. I don't see the humor in it. I mean, make Darren Young great again. It's kind of stupid. I mean, my brain is literally messed up every time I see this segment, because to be honest, every time I see it I skip it. I like Darren Young, but this segment is completely BS. So that's why I'm not gonna talk about this more. But anyway, if you like this, segment with Bob Backlund and Darren Young, let me know in the comment section down below. But anyway, let's move forward. So after that weird and crazy segment, we saw another match, which is Baron Corbin versus Kalisto. Baron Corbin defeated Kalisto because Corbin, got the win with his own finisher, which I liked, End of Days. Of course, Dolph Ziggler was on the commentary again for this match. After, the win, nothing special happened. It looks like Baron Corbin might face Dolph Ziggler again at Money in the Bank. And for the love of God, stop making Baron Corbin and Dolph Ziggler having a feud with each other. Because what is this the third pay-per-view where Baron Corbin has faced Dolph Ziggler? I mean, it's getting boring to see the same guys wrestling all again and again and again. Nothing special is happening, and I like Dolph Ziggler and I like Baron Corbin, but they could have a better, storyline and better feuds than, feuding with each other for, so fucking long. So, please, WWE, after Money in the Bank, stop with this feud. End it completely. And I will be much more happier. Now, after that, we saw another commercials, which we all love. After the commercial, we saw a backstage segment. Sheamus, picks, on Apollo Crews. So, a Crews, lays him out and sends him, flying into some, production, equipment. So, yeah, I mean, this looks also that, Apollo Crews might face Sheamus at the Money in the Bank in a normal match, or they might, make them in the Money in the Bank briefcase match. I have no idea, but this segment was cool. Now comes the main event of this show, which is Chris Jericho, Mr. Y2J, the Ayatollah of Rock'n'Rolla versus the Lunatic Friends, Dean Ambrose. Now, Chris Jericho defeated Dean Ambrose here in this match. So Jericho, got the win this week, main event with, a code breaker. A good match in my opinion. I mean, I liked this main event, I thought it was good. Also, after the match, Ambrose, beats down Jericho with a ladder to end the show. And this match was actually very good because it had it, first of all, ladder in it, so it kind of made the match a little bit better. And we all know that both, Dean Ambrose and Jericho can put on one hell of a show, and that's just what they did, and big props to them. But the main event of this week was also good. So anyway, guys, that's that for all. That's the full results of tomorrow night's WWE SmackDown. What do I think about this week? Well, I don't know. I'm kind of getting more anxious to see how the brand split is going to be, because I want WWE to make the brand split right now, because having it like this makes it's kind of boring. Because when SmackDown isn't live, it takes a lot of fun out of it, because watching Monday Night Raw is always good because you don't know what to expect. On SmackDown you kind of do, and it's kind of like every week we don't see very good matches, but this week we actually saw a few good matches. The main event I thought was cool. The opening match with the Club and Enzo Amore and Big Cass, I liked. So there was some matches that was kind of good, and some that was kind of weird. But this week, in my opinion, this show of the week was kind of good. It was a decent wrestling show, nothing too special, and it wasn't that boring. But if you missed this week's SmackDown, I don't think you're gonna miss that much. So yeah, guys, that's all me. Please like, subscribe, and comment in the section down below what you think. Do you like the show or not? And if you want the full results, if you don't want to listen to it, it's in the description down below. And that's all for me. See you next video.